Hello, everyone. Today I will tell you a simple story about the history of the USA. It is a big country with many important events. Let's start from the beginning. A long time ago, before the USA was a country, many different people lived on the land. These were Native Americans. They had their own tribes and cultures. They hunted, farmed, and lived in harmony with nature. In 1492, a man named Christopher Columbus came from Europe. He was looking for a new way to get to Asia. Instead, he found America. After Columbus, more Europeans came. They were from Spain, France, England, and other countries. They set up colonies and took over the land. One of the most famous colonies was Jamestown, started by the English in 1607. Many people from Europe came to live in these colonies. They wanted a new life and freedom, but life was hard. Many people died from sickness and hunger. By the 1700s, there were 13 English colonies on the East Coast. The people in these colonies were called colonists. They worked hard and wanted to make their own decisions. But the King of England made rules and taxes that the colonists did not like. This made the colonists angry. In 1775, the colonists decided to fight for their freedom. This was the start of the American Revolution. A famous leader named George Washington led the colonists. The war was long and hard, but in 1783, the colonists won. They were free from England. After the war, the colonists made a new country. They called it the United States of America. In 1787, they wrote the Constitution. This is a set of rules for the country. It says how the government should work and protects the rights of the people. The first president of the USA was George Washington. He helped the country grow strong. More states joined the USA. People moved west to find new land and opportunities. This was called westward expansion. In the 1800s, the USA grew very fast. But there were problems too. One big problem was slavery. Many people in the southern states owned slaves. Slaves were people taken from Africa and forced to work without pay. This was very wrong and caused a lot of tension. In 1861, the tension became too much. The southern states wanted to leave the USA and make their own country. This started the Civil War. The northern states, called the Union, fought to keep the country together. The southern states, called the Confederacy, fought to keep slavery. The war lasted 4 years. In 1865, the Union won and slavery ended. After the Civil War, the USA continued to grow. Many people came from other countries to find a better life. They worked in factories, built railroads, and started businesses. The country became very rich and powerful. In the 1900s, the USA faced new challenges. There were two big wars, World War I and World War II. The USA fought in both wars and helped win them. After World War I, the USA became one of the strongest countries in the world. The 1900s also saw many changes inside the country. There was the civil rights movement where people fought for equal rights for everyone, no matter their skin color. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. worked hard to make the USA a fair place for all people. Today, the USA is a big and diverse country. It has 50 states and many different people from all over the world. The country continues to grow and change. People in the USA work together to solve problems and make a better future. The history of the USA is full of challenges and triumphs. From the Native Americans to the first colonies, from the fight for independence to the Civil War, and from the World Wars to the Civil Rights Movement, the USA has come a long way. It shows that with hard work and determination, people can overcome difficulties and achieve great things. Thank you for listening to this story about the history of the USA. Remember, history is important because it helps us understand the present and plan for the future. Keep learning and exploring.